Hello YouTubers, Mike here, and in this video we are going to shoot the Springfield M1A for groups. Normally I don't shoot this gun for groups. I get it zeroed and I shoot at steel targets out to distance, iron sight scope, thermal scope, night vision scope, you name it. This gun has just been a fun gun for me. This was the first rifle I ever bought. In the past I have seen the M14 M1A get a lot of criticism for its accuracy. So I thought I'd take some match grade ammo and some non-match grade ammo of various manufacturer and shoot groups and then share the results with you. In case you have a Springfield M1A or an M14 or you're thinking about buying one and you want to see what the gun is potentially capable of. I will not claim to be the best shooter in the world, but I think the groups I get will be a pretty good display of what the gun can do. Now, this Springfield M1A is not your ordinary Springfield M1A. I bought this as a standard model, and since then have made some changes to it. First, I got a unitized gas cylinder. Then I got a National Match piston and a National Match operating rod spring guide. I bought the Macmillan stock from a buddy. Normally you will only see this Macmillan stock on their M25 white feathers, which they no longer make. You would have to buy that from someone else if you wanted that. But he had this stock bedded for his rifle. He sold it to me. Before I got it rebedded for my rifle, I decided I would put my gun in there and see how well it did, and it did just fine. It fit like a glove. So that is this Springfield Armory rifle in general. All those accuracy modifications you can do without sending it to a gunsmith, except for the bedding, if you don't already have a bedded stock. Some considerations with this rifle. The trigger group is a standard Springfield Armory trigger group. It's probably about 5.5 to 6 pounds last time I got it weighed. It is a normal trigger group. Nothing has been done to it to improve the let-off as far as the shooter's accuracy is concerned. This Leupold scope is an 8-power fixed parallax scope with an MTMR reticle. With fixed parallax, this fixed parallax is set at 150 yards. Fixed parallax will be perfect at that distance. Beyond that, you'll see shift, but the shift beyond that is not as bad as the shift you see within the fixed parallax difference. So according to Leupold, fixed parallax scope at 150 yards will have a 0.2 of an inch shift possibility at 100 yards and an 0.8 of an inch shift possibility at 500 yards. So take that into consideration when you see these groups. I'm not saying that I'm a perfect shooter, so there is the potential that within these groups there is a little bit of that shift since we shot these groups at 100 yards. The first ammunition we shot was .80 Black. .80 Black is not advertised as match grade ammunition. However, they do use a match grade 168 grain AMAX bullet. After we bore sighted at home, we shot the first 5-round group to get on paper and to get the sights on target. That first group measured in at 2.3 minutes of angle. We did not count that group as we were zeroing, and those were the first 5 rounds out of the gun for the day. The next group measured in at 1.5 minutes of angle. And the group after that measured in at 1.4 minutes of angle for .80 Black. The next ammunition we shot was American Eagle M1A 7.62 168 grain open tip match. This ammo is advertised as being specifically made for this Springfield Armory M1A. I don't know exactly what that means. I do know that it's not match grade ammunition, but they do fire a 168 grain match grade bullet, presumably a Sierra Match King, because they also use Sierra Match Kings in their federal premium ammo. Group 1 measured in at 1.22 minutes of angle, and Group 2 measured in at 1.24 minutes of angle. After the American Eagle, we shot Norma USA Match 308 168 grain Sierra Match Kings. That ammunition had the best 2 groups of all, with a 0.93 minute of angle and a 1.09 minute of angle. After the Norma USA, we shot .80 Match. Hornady match uses a 168 grain boat tail hollow point, which is their own bullet. That ammunition grouped with 1.39 minutes of angle and 2.14 minutes of angle. The next ammunition we shot was Federal Gold Medal match. First I shot a box of the older brand stuff, which is just a difference in the design of the box itself and also muzzle velocities. That ammunition grouped with 1.73 minutes of angle and 1.15 minutes of angle. After shooting the old Federal Gold Medal match, we shot the new Federal Gold Medal match. This ammunition grouped with 0.94 minutes of angle and 1.6 minutes of angle. Overall, Norma USA did the best with the highest muzzle velocity, the second lowest extreme spread, and the lowest standard deviation, tied with American Eagle's M1A ammo. It also had the lowest group size. Hornady Black and Hornady Match had the last and second to last extreme spread and standard deviation, as well as the largest average groups. Federal Gold seemed to have some good groups, both the new and the old, although there is a 0.6 minute of angle swing between the two groups for both the new and the old Federal Gold. More than likely, that's shooter inconsistency. The new Federal Gold is significantly slower than previous Federal Gold loads that I've shot before. If I take all the groups out of the M1A and average them together, I get a 1.36 minute of angle total. Average group size, by taking the best group from each ammo, that's 6 groups, gets me 1.17 minute of angle. And getting the average groups by dropping the 2 worst and the 2 best gets me 1.33 minutes of angle. Now remember earlier how we talked about the scope having a fixed parallax at 150 yards. At 100 yards, 0.2 inch shifts are possible, so these groups can really swing either way. After shooting the groups at 100 yards, I took the gun and shot steel from 224 out to 841 yards. I had 1 additional box of Hornady Black, so with those 20 rounds, I'd give 10 targets, 2 rounds each, to see how I can do, giving myself only 2 rounds per target. I do apologize for the quality of this video, how it shakes every time I fire. When I do the iron sights video, this will be much better quality. Other than the high shot on the first target, the first few targets go pretty well. 315 yards, 2 hits. 417 yards, both hit. For this one, I wait for the steel plate to stop swinging. 473, I overestimated the wind a little bit. That one's a miss. Corrected, bring it in for a hit. 532, again, first round's a hit. It's a little hard to see, but the plate slightly cants a little bit after I shoot it. Second round, miss off the left edge. 569, that was not a hit. I meant to hit the little dancing bear creature, not the steel plate to the right. Second round's also a miss. Underestimated the wind. 600 yards, 2 misses on this one. Again, elevation's fine. Windage was an issue. No excuses there. Got to pay attention to the wind more. .670, get a first round impact. Right here I had a malfunction with the gun. round, the wind let off, didn't catch it, miss. Miss on the first shot, second round's an impact. Final target, the small buffalo next to the standing bear. Missed just off the right edge. Again, that wind's picking up. Second round's an impact, but it's a little hard to see. Overall results, the first round impact probability was at 40%, meaning 4 of the targets were hit on the first round. Second round impacts bring it up to 80% hit probability. That is it for shooting groups with the scoped M1A. Part 2 will be shooting groups with iron sights, and we may find something interesting between the two groups, scope versus iron sights. So stay tuned for that. That video will be coming shortly.